Fix your beard.
Spread and I gotta take up his
Don't look
tiny
at the
little
camera.
spot.
Camera,
Okay,
look
don't
at
look at
me, Jarrod.
Stop looking at yourself.
Okay. All right. When did you guys open Mountain Range Fitness, and what was your vision when you first began?
Gosh, we opened in May 2017, and the vision then was, gosh, so much different than it is now. It was more of just kind of a side, like, hobby for us. We knew that there was a need in the community, that we had a group of people who wanted to, you know, have this sort of a community type gym, and so our vision then was more like, let's open it, let's bring the community together and see where it goes from there. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean that's where it started for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some folks that, you know, going back to then, we were part of a gym, you know, that was before us, and the gym, you know, closed, and people were just looking for a place to go, and we wanted to make sure that they had that place, and we were in a spot in our life that we were able to
Kind of do it as a
provide
side
that
job.
place.
Yeah.
And at the time it was a side job. We both had full-time jobs and different careers, and that's kind of just where it started though, but we just wanted them to have an opportunity to continue to work on their health and fitness.
Yeah, and I would say back then it was more, I guess, geared towards like a CrossFit type style. That's what we had kind of gotten used to doing, and so that's kind of where it started in that aspect of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel like your vision has evolved over the years?
Oh my goodness, so much. Anything from like going just making this a hobby of Jarrod and mine to like now this is our life. Like this is everything. Providing a space where people can be a better version of themselves in so many different ways, not just fitness wise, creating daily habits, nutrition, now on to, you know, the whole vision of just a huge wellness aspect, from hormonal health to making this a lifestyle for people where they can come to a place and feel comfortable and be around other like-minded people that want the same thing. So the evolution of it has been crazy, and it's only been, this will be our 8th year, right?
Yeah.
So.
But I think Colette, you know, I mean, she's doing a good job of explaining the gym's evolution, but like, she's kind of missing the fact that we had to evolve. So Colette and I evolved as individuals, and so, and I think as we evolved, then you see, if you look back on the timeline, we evolved as individuals, and then the gym evolved as a gym. You know, like we talked about earlier, we started because we had this small community that loved to come here and loved to, you know, work on their health and fitness. At that time, what we believed, what that might look like, and it's changed a lot since then, right? That vision and everything like that. But we knew at that time, though, we wanted to make a positive impact on these individuals. Did we know? I know we started with 23 members. Like, I'll never forget that number. That'll always be like ingrained in my mind, right? And now we're well over 400 members when you combine everything that we do. Like she talked about, more as like an, you know, all-encompassing wellness gym, I guess, if you will, right? But yeah, so just talking about that evolution, but as we've grown, as we've changed, as we've evolved, we've never wanted to take our mind off like the individual, because we know what kind of impact it's had on us as individuals. And so, you know, we know that as a relationship with each other, we've grown stronger. Our family has grown stronger, you know, just these different things. And we truly believe that we've positively impacted so many people, you know, in not only like in our close circle of friends and family and stuff like that, but also within our community of the gym. And so it's something that's very important to us. It's something that we strive to do all the time. And not only have we evolved in the last 8 years, we continue to evolve. And I think that's the important thing. You know, we talk about all the time, we don't always get it 100% right, but we always strive to. You know, we strive to be the best. We strive to provide the best, you know, culture, atmosphere, best equipment, the most knowledgeable staff and things like that, because we know that we don't know everything all the time, but we're always trying to learn, and broaden our knowledge and bring things back that just haven't been in Cortez, Colorado, and we believe we've done that so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no plans of stopping anytime soon.
Good. All right. So like you said, Mountain Range Fitness used to be affiliated with CrossFit. Can you talk a little bit about why you chose to move in a different direction and how your programming is a little bit different than CrossFit?
Yeah, I think for us, and I don't want to get like too long-winded on it, but CrossFit was really good, especially in the beginning. And I'm not talking about CrossFit, right? When I'm talking about like what it was good for us, it was the community aspect, and I think CrossFit did a very good job of that. Me personally, just being like I played football, different things like that, just being a competitive type of person. That's kind of what drew me to CrossFit, was just that whole, competitive atmosphere and environment. And that was the same for a lot of people. So it was like you had, two ends of the spectrum. You had the competitive people, and I kind of brought those folks in. And then you had the people that just like to be part of like a solid community, right? Like a group of like-minded individuals. And some of those people that didn't even know that they were, maybe competitive, and they started to become competitive and these different things. But, I think that was kind of like the draw early into it, right? And then, but also, again, like we talked about, evolving, broadening our knowledge, how do you do proper programming? How does your body feel day in, day out, week in, week out? And the direction we were going just didn't elicit, and it didn't match up to being healthy, to being fit, but your body also being able to recover, right? Like prioritizing recovery, these different things and everything as you evolve and everything. But it was like, we were just like a lot of like different CrossFit affiliates at the time, where it was just like, could we write the hardest workout, what I mean, day in and day out, like, and just put your body into so much stress and all these things. And it was fun for a while until it wasn't fun.
Right.
And our bodies were breaking down, right?
And then just the everyday person, right, walking through our doors. It's like, we want to provide, just like we've said so many times, we want to provide the best for our community, for the masses. And CrossFit, just for us and what we were seeing moving forward, wasn't that. Plus, just the CrossFit part, right? We're more than just a gym to come in and work out. We provide nutrition, we provide lifestyle coaching, habit coaching, like all of that other stuff that we also provide now. We have just evolved away from that. And again, like Jarrod said, we're not saying that CrossFit is bad or we hate it or anything like that. It's where we started. Like there's some great things that it provides and that it provided to our gym, but it's just not where we are now evolving and moving forward. And so I think that that's something that we would like our community to understand as well. We are moving in a direction of like being a positive impact in our community in a lifestyle, not just this, okay, you come to the gym for 1 hour and then that's all you do and whatever else is just whatever else. We want people to understand that making choices in their lives that move them towards their goals is a lifestyle change, not just coming to the gym for 1 hour and doing a hard workout. So I would say that that's a huge thing that I want to stress to people about who we are as Mountain Range Fitness.
And it is a lifestyle, and that's our approach, right? But it's one of the, if you want to call them like our pillars, right? The pillars of success that she talked about, like, nutrition, habit tracking, the working out and that aspect of it. But it is an important aspect. And, to go back on that, touch a little bit on that, is like, we changed that programming because it didn't vibe with the direction we were going, right? We're focused more on longevity. How can these people be healthier? How can they feel better? But also get results at the same time. And so that's got to be the most important thing. Yeah. And so, by me going out and, seeking people that were smarter than me, getting mentors, different people that have gone through similar situations and evolved, and learning from them and applying here and just finding things that like really work better for our members, right? Like
never forgetting the place that, like, the transition that Jarrod and I have also gone through, and being able to share our story and so many other stories in our gym of people's transformations and who they used to be and who they are now and who they want to be moving forward. Like, I never want to forget that, or when people walk in the door, I always want them to understand that everybody has a story. Like, everybody has started somewhere, and they're where they're at now because of the choices that they have made in their life, whether those are positive choices or negative choices. Like, I never want people to forget, and I never want Jarrod and I to forget our story and how we've come to this spot to where we are now.
So how would you say that this change in direction has impacted the gym overall and the people?
Well, I mean, if you're just looking at numbers, right, like we talked about earlier, we went from 23 members to over, 400 or so now. I mean, that's just one part of it, right? But you don't get there by staying stagnant, by doing the things that aren't working. You get there by evolving, adapting and adopting things, that do work, that are going to get people results. By, I had a gentleman come up to me the other day and just said, it's awesome that every time I come in here, you always say hi. He's like, we don't even really know each other or anything like that, but he goes, I can tell it's important to you to say hi to everybody. And Colette's the same way, but it's important to us, right? It's because we appreciate them because they pay to come here, and we understand that, and so we don't want to be just a transactional gym. We want to actually make an impact on people. And whether that's like they do our programming, they do our nutrition program, they hire us to help them with their lifestyle, how to optimize their lifestyle, or if they're just here, they're doing their own thing, but we provide that space for them, but just by simply saying hi and they know that we're sincere, that we care about them, it changes their life. It could possibly change the trajectory of their day, right? Maybe they're having a bad day and then all of a sudden they're like, what the heck, man, this guy's always saying hi, you know what I mean? But I think that they see that it's sincere, that we appreciate them, and it's like, I want to know who they are, right? I mean, are we gonna go out and have lunch or maybe hang out on the weekends? No, that's not how the world works, but I care about all these individuals, and I want them to be happy, and I want to provide a gym that, hopefully helps them achieve that, happiness, success, whatever it is.
Yeah. And even our members, right? I've heard time and time again, like, from a member talking about another member, like, they love it here because people say hi to each other. They want to know how their day is going, or, congratulate him on a baby or a grandbaby or whatever that is. Like, it's really cool to see our members interact with each other and truly care about them. Just like you said, they probably don't hang out all the time, but they see them in the gym and they know a little something about their life, and it provides a space where people feel comfortable. Because to a lot of us that have never stepped foot into a gym or anything like that, they can be super intimidating. But to Jarrod and I, it's not intimidating because we're used to this, right? So we want people who come into our gym to feel, eventually be able to feel that way, where they just feel like they're part of it, and it's not this intimidating place to be, because not only do we care about them, but the people in our gym care about them as well.
Yeah. All right, so what else would you like the community to know about you guys and about the gym?
Gosh, I think just that Jarrod and I's goal is to impact people's lives in a positive way, and we would shout that on a mountaintop. We have our own story of what we've done to get to where we are now, and we want to be a positive impact in people's lives, whatever that looks like. Just like you said, if it's just coming into the gym and being in our space that we provide, or being coached by one of the coaches that is here that we believe in. Jarrod and I wouldn't be, Mountain Range Fitness wouldn't be what it is without our staff too. We don't do this all on our own. We have a team behind us who's amazing, and I guess just, I don't like to say the saying like walking in the door is the hardest part, because that's really not the truth. you know, coming in, being consistent, being disciplined, everybody can agree that's actually the hardest part. But I want people to know that they're welcome, that they can come in and talk to us, that they can have conversations with us. And that's important to me, to know that we truly care about the people that are in our gym and our community.
Yeah, and I mean, and I think at the same time too, like, you know, personally, and you know, I think probably even more importantly for Colette is a lot of people see who we are present day, and at the same time, and I don't mean to say that like egotistically, because I don't believe it that, you know, at all. We're striving to be better versions of ourselves all the time. Like, I still don't feel like I'm the very best me, and I would think Colette would feel the same way, but
Constantly working towards that.
yeah, but if you knew us or you had seen us 5 or 6 years ago, you know, you'd see that we have changed a lot, but we're still fighting the daily inner battles in our own head about, you know, we're still very busy. We have our marriage, we have our kids, we have all the extracurricular things with our sons, playing sports and doing all these things, and it brings a lot, and then running a business and trying to expand our business all the time and offer better things and these different things. And where I'm going with that is like, we still fight those battles that everybody else is fighting, right? We still have the temptation to want to go eat the cake or do things like this. And don't get me wrong, I'll eat the cake sometimes, right? But, you know, like Colette said, it's discipline and it's consistency over time. And I think a lot of people just kind of maybe either don't understand that, or they look at some of the folks like ourselves or some of the people that go to our gym and just like, wow, they're lucky or they're fortunate, but we've had to work very hard to get to where we're at. And it's something that can't be bought. It's something that has to be earned, right?
And it's something that if you want, you have to realize it's for a lifetime. You know, like, it's not just today, or okay, I've reached my perfect self, or what I think is my perfect self at that time, whether that's physique or mindset or whatever. Like, if that's what you truly want, it's a lifestyle you have to maintain forever. You know, we're gonna age and all of that kind of stuff, but if you want to be the best version of you with health and anything like that, you have to know that that is a lifestyle change, not just a right there in the moment type thing, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I mean, and you know, to kind of sum that up is, we've been there, we have our struggles, we're still there struggling with certain things and certain aspects. We're no different than anybody else, but we also want people to understand that, like, we're here to help. That's our goal. We really want to make a positive impact on individuals in our community. And it's like, it doesn't matter where you're at, you know, we just happen to be in Cortez, Colorado, and we want to make Cortez, Colorado be the fittest, healthiest, you know, community there is. And if we can make that impact in our community, then I think that we've succeeded, and that's our goal.
Yeah. That's it.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.